on, guys, and welcome back for another Madden 23 Commanders franchise gameplay. For those of you who are new to the channel, man, go ahead and do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. I post a lot of franchise gameplays here on the channel, and I would hate for you guys to miss out on a single episode. But for those of you that have been following this Commanders team for a while now, we're finally back with season number 2 of our Commanders franchise, getting ready to get into all the offseason moves that were made. But before we get into those, I know that there are some of you that just really don't care to hear about all this types of stuff, and you're just really here for the gameplay. No problem with that at all. I will have a time stamped on the screen for you guys. You can go ahead and jump ahead in this video and get right into the gameplay itself. It's going to be our week 1 game up against the Arizona Cardinals. But for the rest of you that are weirdos like me, you just enjoy sitting back and listening to how teams are built in the offseason through the drafts and then all the moves that were made, go ahead and sit back and relax, man, because we got a lot of moves that were made with our Washington Commanders team. And just to say, we don't look the same of how we ended the season. So anyway, speaking about how the season ended, you guys saw that week 18 game up against the Dallas Cowboys. We ended up losing to them pretty bad, and that game really told me a lot. So for one, it told me that the Dallas Cowboys was the team that I was going to have to beat if I wanted to get out of the NFC East and make it into playoffs. And number 2, it just told me that my corners were really not as good as I thought they were. So, I mean, kind of already knew that cornerback was a weak area on this team. But, yeah, the Cowboys team just definitely made that look a whole lot worse than what it was. Speaking of the Cowboys, they ended up winning the Super Bowl in year number 1 of the franchise. Makes me sick to my stomach as a Washington Commanders, Washington Redskins fan to see the Dallas Cowboys win, even in virtual reality. Just it hurts my soul. But anyways, we're about to go ahead and get into the free agency screen so you guys can see what was going on. Like I said, we have $133 million that we're messing around with this free agency, and we made a lot of moves that were really necessary. So take a look at some of the guys that were out here that are available in free agency, and you can also see the guys that I went after. So went after Levante David, Robert Tonyan, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Quan Alexander. So these are the guys that I targeted in that first round of free agency, obviously because I felt that if we were able to get them on the team, they would be able to cause great changes to our defense, like help our defense out a lot. I really was going heavy for the linebackers. I debated on if I wanted to add Levante David back to the team or onto our team because he is 33 years old. But at the same time, when I looked at our team, like we are very, very weak at the linebacking position because I didn't sign back really any of our linebackers. The only one I think that I really wanted to bring back, or I actually told you guys I was going to bring back during that bye week video, was going to be Cole Holcomb, but I didn't even bring him back just because I kind of felt like it was just going to be a waste of money. Felt like I would have been able to draft a better guy if I really needed a linebacker. I could get someone in the draft, or I possibly would have been able to find someone in free agency. And lucky enough for me, whoever it was that had whoever had Quan Alexander and Levante David, they just decided to let them walk. So gladly would love to bring those guys onto the team, but more importantly, I really want Sean Murphy-Bunting. I mean, he's a young 26-year-old cornerback, already has his superstar abilities. So whatever it is that I gotta pay him to get him on the team, I'm literally more than willing to do that tenfold. Like, he can have literally all my money, and I legit tried to offer him basically all my money to get him over onto the team without going too crazy, because at the same time, I don't want to be in a situation where it's just ruining my cap situation. But as you see, he did not end up signing with me, but who did sign with me was Tonyan, Alexander, and Levante David. So didn't really get the cornerback that I really wanted, but at the same time, I still filled a position of need. I was going after Xavier Howard, but I ended up pulling my offer for him as soon as I saw Murphy-Bunting was available. But unfortunately, Sean went to freaking Dallas, and yeah, there was no way I was going to compete with the offer from Dallas. 7 years, $77 million. Granted, I think he is worth it. Like, at the end of the day, if I had a chance to redo it, I probably would have tried to go back and offer him a 7-year deal. But at the same time, just thinking about my team money-wise, I don't think that would have been a smart move. I feel like we would have been put in a horrible cap situation. And I'm really am worried about money with this team because I have a lot of big-name players that are going to be coming up, like Montez Sweat and Chase Young, and who else? Someone else is going to need to get paid next year. Not Terry McLaurin or Jonathan Allen. Those guys have locked up for a couple years. I think it might be Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis might be a guy that I end up having to pay soon. I don't know. But point is, I didn't want to spend too much of my money all over the place. But as you see, this is what I was kind of worried about. But I didn't get Levante David on a bad contract. I mean, $16 million. He's getting 13 and 14 for the 2 years that he's going to be here. So it's not going to be a horrible cap hit. Plus, he is X Factor. I'm expecting him to lose his X Factor after this first year because, like I said before, he is 33 years old. Quan Alexander, on the other hand, kind of wish I would have offered him a 3-year deal just to have him more solidified. I think he's a little bit younger. I think he's like 27 or 28 years old. Still a chance of him improving and hopefully getting a superstar ability on him as well. That would be dope to see happen to Quan Alexander. But anyways, obviously during free agency we did not address the position of need that I said that was key to us. We did not get a cornerback at all, so that just basically leads us to the draft. So our first round draft pick is up right here. We ended up getting draft pick number 18 and number 31 because remember we ended up trading away Deron Payne to the Texans for a first round draft pick. But like I said, we're looking to go corner, and what we're looking for in the corner is height and speed. And Joey Porter Jr. is a guy that pretty much matches that perfectly. He's 6'2", has the height, has the speed, ended up running a 4.38 at his pro day. We're going to go ahead and go with drafting him. There are some other guys I have here on my board that I think would be great, but Joey Porter, I think, is not going to be a guy that's going to be on the draft board for too much longer. We end up pulling the trigger, and look at what it turns out with. 93 speed, 87 jump, great acceleration. Like I said already, with his height as well. So Joey Porter Jr. is going to end up being our first-round draft pick. Also, another thing with my league, so yes, he is only normal dev currently. We have different systems and stuff going on and everything else in our Discord chat, so I was actually able to get him to go up to star dev. So once the season starts, Joey Porter Jr. is actually going to be a star dev player for us. Now on to our later first round draft pick. We're going to be looking to go wide receiver, just because I did not like the fact that when I was going up against other teams that have lockdown corners, whenever they had someone on Terry McLaurin that just followed him, I felt like I had no other option to throw the ball to. So we're going to get Sam Howell one more guy to throw to. We end up selecting Tyler Harrell out of Alabama. 95 speed, 92 acceleration. He is 6'1", I believe. No, 6 foot even. So yeah, he's definitely got some burners on him. He's going to be a great add onto the team. But also, with the fact that I added him onto the team, take a look there. I'm going to think about moving Jahan Dotson away just because De'Ami Brown also had ended up going up to superstar dev. Again, because of the same reason, we have different things going on in our Discord stuff, and I was able to get him upgraded to superstar. So I ended up putting Jahan Dotson out there on the block and ended up getting the Raiders to bite. So they ended up giving us a second-round draft pick for next year's draft for Jahan Dotson. I think this was a pretty good trade at the end of the day. Looking at Terry McLaurin, he has 95 speed already. De'Ami Brown is up to 94 speed now, and then having our draft selection be 95 speed as well. Jahan Dotson, granted, he is fast also. He just was not going to be seeing the field at all. Now on to our second round draft pick. We're going to go ahead and select another receiver anyways, just because, I mean, he's available, and this guy was the fastest guy in the draft. So granted, he is only 5'8", but 98 speed is 98 speed, man. You know what the old saying is as a coach? You can't coach speed, and this dude's got it, and he's got it in abundance. So we end up selecting Teddy Freeman with our second round draft pick, and that just makes that Jahan Dotson trade just not look as bad as what most people would probably think it is. Like, I'm sure some people out there are just like, oh, why would you trade away Jahan Dotson? Well, you don't have to worry about it now because we end up getting another guy that has blazing speed to fill that. So anyways, now we're going to look to go back with more defense in this draft because, like I said, we needed corners, but there really aren't any other corners available on the field. We ended up getting J.L. Skinner. He is a safety, but I mean, we possibly could end up trading him or changing him over to corner. I don't know, maybe, possibly. He's 6'4", not as fast as other guys I've been drafting so far. 89 speed is decent though. We get, at least if we get like maybe 1 or 2 upgrades for his speed, we could probably think about looking to move him to slot corner. Having a 6'4" slot corner with 92 speed would just be ridiculous, man. Like, just ridiculous. Anyways, moving on, we did not have a 4th round draft pick, so on to our 5th round, and we're looking to go defense yet again, and this time we're actually going to get a legit corner. We're going to look at Sharif Casey out of Georgia Tech, 6'3", 93 speed, similar to Joey Porter, our 1st round draft pick. So Sharif Casey definitely looks like he's probably going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? He's going to be a project guy. We're going to have to look to upgrade his stats a little bit more because I don't think that his man coverage is going to be that great. You see his zone is going to be an F right now, so that's definitely going to suck. But he is going to end up being a scheme fit for us. We do like to go more man blitz, so the fact that his zone is that low isn't really the end of the world. Anyways, on to the 6th round. Side note, we ended up doing all of the draft in this one. So for those of you that have been following me for a while now, especially in that Patriots franchise, you know about this guy right here that I ended up drafting, Kenny McIntosh. I'm not going to lie, I was surprised to see him in the draft this late in the game. Kenny McIntosh, when I ended up having that Patriots franchise, I ended up drafting him and Eric Gray. Both of those guys were sitting here in the 6th round, so we already knew that Kenny McIntosh had some speed on him, so that was easily going to be our first selection there. Now on to our last pick in the 7th round here, and I'm just trying to see if I can find another diamond in the rough, man. I hate the fact that all these guys that I've selected so far are all normal dev, because I definitely don't see Kenny McIntosh or Joey Porter, even though he's going to be a star dev. I don't see these guys as star dev guys. I see all these guys that we drafted so far, at least up until this point where we got Blakely, as game changers. So Blakely's not the best guy that we end up drafting. But anyways, that's the end of our draft. We'll go do a little draft recap just to see how everybody's overall ended up being. And we did pretty damn good, man. Joey Porter ends up being our highest rated guy. Skinner is actually better than I thought he was. He still ends up being a 73 overall. And then Kenny McIntosh got the 6th round diamond in the rough that we ended up finding, ends up being a 7-1 overall. So out of all the draft picks that we had 1 through 7 without having a 3rd round draft pick, we ended up getting 3 guys that were 70 or higher, and we ended up getting like the fastest guy in the draft class also. So overall, I think we did pretty good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. How would you all rate my draft class? I think that these guys are all going to have some type of way of affecting the field. Teddy Freeman, he is only 65 overall, but like I said, dude's got 98 speed, so he's going to find his way onto the field. You guarantee that. But he definitely just won't be a starter when I have Terry McLaurin, Terry McLaurin, De'Ami Brown, and Tyler Harrell as well. So we're also going to take a look here at everybody else's draft class in the NFC East, because this is my competition. So write it down below in the comment section who you think had the better draft between the Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. The Cowboys, actually had a pretty good draft as well. They ended up getting 4 or 5 guys over 70 overall. The Eagles was a funny one. This guy was actually hitting me up in the Discord chat because all the picks that I had, in the 1st round especially, I picked right before him at 18. He really wanted Joey Porter Jr. He's talking about all the guys that I ended up drafting. He's like, yeah, you and me had pretty much the exact same mindset going into the draft. All the guys that you drafted are guys that I was looking at drafting, and as soon as my pick came up, the Giants, I think, had a pretty good draft, man. They might have had, in my opinion, the Giants might have had the best draft just because of their situation, dude. They ended up dead last in the NFC East, and for them to come out with 4 or 5 guys over 70 overall in the draft, these are all rookies. Hey man, more power to the Giants. Great job for them. But we're not done, man. You see, we got a trade on the screen right here. We end up sending Chase Young, Sam Howell, and a 1st round draft pick to the Green Bay Packers for a quarterback. And not just any quarterback, man. We ended up getting Aaron "that bad man" Rodgers as our starting quarterback. So let me explain myself and how this trade came to be. I was perfectly fine with going into this season with Sam Howell. I feel like I got him enough weapons around him to help him take that next step forward, and he could have gone up to possibly even superstar dev during this year. But in the Discord, I saw that the Packers was just doing a lot of complaining about how he literally had no money at all. And as you guys saw, my free agency really didn't go my way, so I ended up coming back into this next season with a stupid amount of money. The Packers have been trying to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Nobody else wanted him. And I just did some digging and looked at it. I saw that my guy ended up age reducing Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is not his normal, 40-something-year-old self that he would be. He's only 22 years old, but the contract is still the same there. So dude is asking for a stupid amount of money, which explains why the Packers had no money to do any types of moves at all for themselves. So I said, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and make the move here. I'll go ahead and pull the trigger and go for Aaron Rodgers. I asked him what he would be interested in. He said Chase Young, and I said, okay, cool. So I'll also throw in a first-round draft pick if that means I can take Rashawn Gary off your hands as well. He said, hey, throw in Sam Howell, and you got yourself a deal, and that's what we did, man. So I felt like we ended up winning in this trade at the end. I mean, yeah, we helped the Packers clear up some cap space, but we ended up adding Aaron Rodgers to our team. We ended up trading away Chase Young, but we replaced him with a great replacement in Rashawn Gary. And, I mean, we gave away our first-round draft pick, but, I mean, we can end up making another trade if we want to. We got an abundance at receivers. If I really want a first-round draft pick, I can make a move for a first-round draft pick. So, anyways, that's how the offseason ended up going for us. Tell me what you all think down below in the comment section. How do you think this new look Commanders team is looking? What are some expectations that you guys have for this new squad going into season number 2? I can tell you myself that I think that this is a playoff team. Playoffs should basically be a given. I think that this is a championship team as well. So NFC championship is well within our grasp. So should be the Super Bowl. But we already know, man, all roads lead through Dallas. So we got to start the season off right now. Step number 1 is to make it through the Arizona Cardinals on the road. Enough with the talking, man. Let's go ahead and get to the game and take on the Cardinals. Football is back, and the Washington Commanders are ready to start things off on the right foot with a win in week number 1 up against the Arizona Cardinals. We hated the way that our season ended last year with us losing our last 3 games and ultimately losing our way out of the playoff picture. We want to make sure that's not a problem as we're getting ready to take on the Cardinals. The kick is underway. Brooks is on the return. He's across midfield. Tressway trying to chase him down. Ahmad Brooks is going to take the opening kickoff all the way back into the end zone, and the Arizona Cardinals look like they came out ready to play as they're up 6-0, make that 7 as the kick is up and good. Definitely not the way we wanted to start the game off. Let's see if we can get a return here of our own. And the Arizona Cardinals aren't even going to give us a chance as that one's kicked out of the back of the end zone. And now here comes Aaron Rodgers. New team, new weapons. Aaron Rodgers is going to start this drive off from the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Isaiah Simmons takes him down for his first sack of the day, losing 12 yards for number 12. Second down and 22. Rodgers back to throw into triple coverage. That ball is going to be intercepted by Thompson, who's off on the return. He's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure what Rodgers thought he saw there, but that was not the right read as Kyler Murray's onto the field for his first possession of the day. He's going to take that one into the end zone. A one-play touchdown read option for Kyler Murray, and the Cardinals have jumped all over the Washington Commanders, already having a commanding 14-point lead here in the first half, and we haven't even made it through the first minute of the game, and things have just gone bad. So I mean, I'll go ahead and own that interception thrown there with Aaron Rodgers. I kind of had it predetermined that I wanted to throw it deep to someone, and that's exactly what I did. It was probably a horrible decision, but now we're going to start things off right. We're going to hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson. He goes for a gain of 8 yards, gets this drive moving for the Washington Commanders. Rodgers back to throw his second pass of the day. He has time scanning the field, going for the rookie Tyler Harrell, and he connects with him on the sideline, gaining 24 yards up to the 43-yard line. First down and 10 here for Aaron Rodgers, taking a deep shot here for Teddy Freeman. Got him open the back of the end zone, and Teddy Freeman just unable to bring that one in out of his hands. Leads to a second down from the 43-yard line. Rodgers back in the shotgun formation one more time. Has Antonio Gibson in his running back position. He drops back, has nice protection, ends up finding the rookie Tyler Harrell across the middle of the field one more time for another first down. Aaron Rodgers seems to have found his footing and is settling into this game nicely. First down and 10, he's looking to throw one more time. Quick throw in the flats here to Antonio Gibson. Shrugs one tackle off, and he's brought down inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Second down and short here. Handoff goes to the backup running back, Kenny McIntosh. Breaks one tackle, fighting for extra yardage, and Kenny McIntosh turns that his first carry into a gain of 5 yards. First down and 10 for Rodgers. Looking, scanning, can't find anybody. Ends up making a smart decision and throws that ball out of harm's way. Leads to a second down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Rodgers is going to hand this ball off to his running back, Antonio Gibson, who hits the sideline to his right. And bad run stick there by Gibson. Only ends up getting a gain of 4 yards. Third down and 6. Quick throw here by Rodgers in the flats to Gibson one more time. And he's going to take this one into the end zone. And the Washington Commanders have answered one of the 2 touchdowns put up on the board by the Arizona Cardinals. And that kick from Joey Slye is going to be up and good. The Cardinals are now just sitting with a 7-point lead. And that's a nice offensive drive there for Aaron Rodgers to start this game off. Like I said, man, he's starting to settle into this game, settle in with his new team and all these new weapons he has. I mean, we've still got to figure out how what's the best way to use all the speed that we have on the offensive side of the football. Second down and 10 here for Kyler Murray. As he released that ball, looking for Marquise Brown. He's got him. Marquise Brown ends up burning the rookie Joey Porter. Gets the first down to the 38-yard line. Set it up the screen here to Gibbs on first down and 10. Gibbs showing his speed as he is racing all the way down to the 26-yard line, and Kyler Murray has his team moving. Handoff goes to Gibbs once again here on first down. Hits the sideline again, is weaving his way through this defense, and he gets all the way down inside the red zone to the 5-yard line. First down and goal, and for the first time today, the Washington Commanders defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 yards on the play. Quick throw here by Kyler Murray, ends up finding his tight end, Mack, ends up getting all the way down to the 3-yard line, and that's going to be how the first quarter ends. Arizona sitting with a 7-point lead and the ball inside the 5 and a chance to make it a 14-point lead. Third down snap is away. Kyler Murray leading the pocket to his right, throwing on the run. That ball's going to be intercepted by Percy Butler. A late find there by Kyler Murray, and the Washington Commanders defense made him pay. Getting the ball right back for Aaron Rodgers. He lays one up there right away for Dyami Brown, and he's got him. Dyami Brown breaks a tackle. He's off to the races inside the 20. Not a Cardinal in sight. Into the end zone, an 80-yard touchdown. And oh my goodness, did Aaron Rodgers just lay that one up oh so beautifully and allow Dyami Brown to run underneath of that. And just like that, the 14-point lead the Arizona Cardinals once had has disappeared, and this game is pretty much back at 0-0 as Ahmad Brooks tried to get another return and had a lane there, but fortunately for us, he was tripped up at the 19-yard line. First down and 10 here for Kyler Murray. Hands off to his running back Gibbs, and look at Skinner knifing in there to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down, Murray looking to throw, has a nice pocket, checks this one down underneath to his receiver Moore for a gain of 5 yards on the play. Third and 5, a chance for the Commanders defense to get off the field. Blitz is on, but Kyler Murray standing strong in the pocket with the blitz in his face, ends up finding his tight end McBride, has the first down to the 39-yard line. First down and 10. Gibbs lined up in the receiver position this time. Makes a catch there from Kyler Murray. Gets up to the midfield mark. First down and 10. Murray back to throw. Blitz coming in one more time. But Kyler Murray again stands strong in the pocket. Delivers a dot. He just does not care about this blitz that the Washington Commanders defense is sending at him, because they're not even effective. They're not getting to him at all. They try to get cute here with a jet sweep here to Rondell Moore, but our defense was ready for that. Stopped him for no gain on the play. Another third down situation. Chance to get off the field. Blitz is on. Kyler Murray lays one up there for Marquise Brown, but Kendall Fuller was all over him. Ran that route for Marquise. Gets the interception and the ball right back for Aaron Rodgers. First down handoff goes to Kenny McIntosh, and he cannot find the same running room on the ground that his counterpart Gibbs has been finding on the other side of the football. Second down and 10, or second down and 8, handoff goes to Antonio Gibson. He finds himself some nice running room, averaging 7 yards a carry to this point in the game. First down for Rodgers, looking to take a shot downfield, ends up finding an old familiar face, but in a different uniform. Robert Tonyan gets across the midfield mark to the 46-yard line. First down and 10, play action fake here for Aaron Rodgers. Has time, scans the field, goes right back to the rookie Tyler Harrell for another completion all the way down to the 26-yard line. In striking range here for Aaron Rodgers, looking to go one more time, right back to that rookie well of Tyler Harrell. Connects with him in the flats. He does the rest of the work, picks up the first down to the 16-yard line. Handoff goes to Antonio Gibson, breaks a tackle, fighting. Antonio Gibson trying to get into the end zone. He's going to be stopped just 1 yard shy. First down and goal. Handoff goes to Brian Robinson. Tries to power his way forward, but Isaiah Simmons and the rest of the Cardinals stop him for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Second and goal. Handoff goes to Gibson. He lowers the shoulder and lowers the Cardinal to the ground as he gets into the end zone for his second time today. He scored on the ground and through the air, and the Washington Commanders had their first lead of the day with 44 seconds left here in the second quarter. We just need the defense to step up and get one more stop and take this one into halftime, or hey, if they can do one even better and get this ball right back to Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure he could score within 40 seconds. First down and 10 here for Kyler Murray. Drops back to throw. Ends up going to his tight end Zach Ertz, who has completion. Gets up to the 31-yard line. Does not get out of bounds. Forces the Cardinals to call one of their 3 timeouts remaining. First down and 10 for Murray. Blitz is on, but still nobody's able to come through. McBride makes the catch. Steps out of bounds, saving the final 2 timeouts that the Cardinals have. They're already at the 30-yard line. Murray looking to take a deep shot here on first down and 10. He's going for DeAndre Hopkins. That's Joey Porter Jr. in coverage with Derek Forrester. They're able to combine and knock that ball free for second down and 10. Murray back to throw. Hit as he released that ball. Levante David coming off the edge, putting the pressure on Kyler Murray, but did not get the sack. That's going to just be an incompletion. Third down and 10. Murray going right back for Gibbs, and Gibbs ends up burning Joey Porter Jr. this time. Ends up getting into the end zone. The Arizona Cardinals, with just 12 seconds left on the clock, have answered with a touchdown of their own to tie this game up just going into halftime. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, man. Joey Porter had really great coverage there on DeAndre Hopkins, but I don't know what the heck happened to him with the coverage on Gibbs. Like, he just let Gibbs run right past him. Now with just 9 seconds left in this game, we're not going to try to do anything stupid. We're just going to keep this one on the ground with Antonio Gibson, see if he's able to burst open for a huge gain, and he doesn't, so we're just going ahead and take this one into the halftime break with the score tied up at 12 apiece, 21 apiece. Well, I'm talking about 12. But yeah, and we're going to be getting the ball to start off, so that stop could have been really huge for us on defense. But it is what it is, man. It's just sometimes people get burnt and there's no real good explanation. That's Tyler Harrell. He's looking really good back there in the return man position. Give him a little bit more time back there. He might be a return man of the year candidate. First down after the halftime break. Quick throw and the flash is going to be complete to Antonio Gibson. He's off to the races. Gets all the way down to the 33-yard line. 240 yards passing on the day for Aaron Rodgers. And Antonio Gibson is responsible for a huge chunk of those. And so is Tyler Harrell as he goes right back to him, getting inside the red zone to the 11-yard line. First down and 10 here for Aaron Rodgers. Keeps this one on the ground. It's going to be Kenny McIntosh getting his second carry of the game, or third carry actually. Gets this one all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down and 4 from the 5. Aaron Rodgers back to throw, scanning the field, going for a Terry McLaurin in one-on-one coverage, but he's unable to bring that one in. Leads to a third down and 4 from the 5-yard line. Aaron Rodgers does not like the play call at the line of scrimmage. He's going to call an audible here, get them into a better situation. 9 seconds on the play clock, snaps away. Rodgers going back to Terry. He's got him in the corner of the end zone. Terry McLaurin gets his first touchdown on the new campaign. And dare I say it, I think Aaron Rodgers might have found himself a new favorite number 17. I mean, I don't know. It's a possibility. I don't know how many touchdowns that him and the other 17 Devontae Adams had combined for, but just know Terry McLaurin and Aaron Rodgers, they're coming for that record. They're about to break whatever record it was that he had with Devontae Adams. Now here comes the Arizona Cardinals for their first possession of the day in the second half. Nice completion there, gains 4 yards. Handoff on second down and 6 goes to Gibbs, who hits the sideline and is tripped up yet again. Otherwise, he might have been gone to the races. Has the first down, though, to the 44-yard line. Kyler Murray tries to keep this one himself, but we made the adjustments, and Levante David scoops up the fumble. He's off to the races. He's into the end zone. Another Washington Commanders touchdown. After he ended up hitting me with that QB run, that read option, I said, nope, never again. That's not going to happen. We ended up making the adjustments, told our defense, you know what, you key in on the quarterback on those read options. He keeps that, you smack him and make him pay for it, and that's exactly what they did. And just like that, the Cardinals now find themselves down 14 points as Jonathan Allen looked like he had a chance at a sack, but ends up being a huge completion there for Kyler Murray. He ends up finding Marquise Brown yet again all the way down to the 21 21-yard line. First down and 10, setting up the screen here to Gibbs. Gets away from Allen one more time. Gibbs is still loose. Ends up turning that into a gain of 8 yards as he gets to the 14-yard line. Second down and short. Murray running out of the pocket to his right, throwing on the run for McBride, but he steps out of bounds before catching that ball. That one's going to be incomplete. Should have been illegal touching. Third down and short. He ends up going right back to McBride. This time he catches his ball inbounds, has the first down. First down and goal. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Ooh, he got hit hard there by Derek Force, but he still ends up getting into the end zone for another Cardinals touchdown, knocking the lead right back down to just a one-score lead. But I mean, at this point in the game, man, I feel perfectly comfortable with the lead that I have. I have a 7-point lead with Aaron Rodgers, and I feel like the Cardinals have not stopped me. If anything, I've stopped myself with predetermined reads before I even come out the huddle. Like when I started that game off with the interception, I already knew it. I was going to be throwing the ball deep. First play of the game with Aaron Rodgers to someone. I just want to see who was going to be open down there, and I just made a horrible read. But this is a great read as he is finding Robert Tonyan underneath. Aaron Rodgers is approaching 300 yards passing so far in this game, and we're only in the third quarter. Handoff on first down goes to Antonio Gibson, who finds the lane, hits the sideline. Antonio Gibson's into the end zone, bumping that lead for the Commanders right back up to 13. And after this, Joey Slye field goal is up and good. It is going to be another 14-point lead for the Washington Commanders. So like I said, man, I feel 100% comfortable in control of this game because the only way he's going to stop me is if I stop myself by throwing dumb reads and dumb passes or whatever, or if EA decides to step in and just make Antonio Gibson start to have fumbleitis or whatever, as Kyler Murray threw a dangerous one. He threaded the needle there to Rondale Moore, but I don't know how he got that ball in there. Should have been intercepted. First down and 10. Hurry up offense here for the Kyler Murray-led Cardinals. They're coming out on the charge. Pressure is not getting through at all, and Gibbs is burning everybody. This time he burns Benjamin St. Juste all the way down to the 5-yard line. This one man has accounted of so much offense for the Arizona Cardinals. He's running the ball into the end zone. He's catching it out of the backfield. He's catching it while he's lined up as a receiver. Like, I don't know who can slow this guy down, but somebody needs to. Second down and goal now from the 4-yard line. Are they going to get the snap away? They do. Handoff goes to, who would have guessed it, Gibbs. He ends up finding lane and gets into the end zone for another Cardinals touchdown. And again, the Cardinals we're just going to be going back and forth at this point. And we just got to make sure we're just doing our part, putting the points up on the board. 3 seconds left. We're going to return this one with Harrell just to see if we're able to get anything going and take it into the fourth quarter. Harrell finds a nice little lane, gets up to the 26-yard line. That's where Aaron Rodgers and the Commanders' offense will take over with possession of the ball. Let's see if they can get into the end zone one more time. Looking for Terry McLaurin. That ball's going to be intercepted by Herbig. Herbig is off on the return. Down goes Aaron Rodgers. Herbig has the entire sideline at the 10 into the end zone. Dick Herbig with an interception and a touchdown. This game has been all about the rookies. That rookie, yes, his name is Dick Herbig. He's a real dude. Look him up. He's actually in the draft. I'm not sure what college he goes to, but yeah, it was kind of funny when I saw his name come up, Dick Herbig. But now, just like that, the Arizona Cardinals have fought back from a 14-point deficit to tie the game up here at 42 apiece. But Aaron Rodgers has a chance to come right back on the field to right his wrongs. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Rodgers changed the play at the line of scrimmage. Drops back to throw one more time. This time he ends up completing the pass to Terry McLaurin. If he was able to complete that last one, Terry McLaurin was going to be running for days. Second out of short, hand the ball off here to Antonio Gibson, who finds the lane one more time. One man to beat, but Buda Baker makes a nice open field tackle there, stopping him at the 49-yard line. Rodgers' quick throw here to Robert Tonyan is going to be complete. Does not have the first down. He's just going to be inches shy. Second down and inches from the 41-yard line. Going to hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson. He has the first down with ease as he gets all the way down to the 33-yard line. I got to keep Antonio Gibson going in this game. Keep the Arizona Cardinals worried about him potentially getting the ball and just running the rest of this clock out. Second down and 8 from the 31-yard line. Play action fake here to Gibson. Rodgers back to throw. And oh my goodness, we went to throw for Harrell, but I did not mean to hit that button. Literally everybody else was open on that play besides Harrell, the guy I ended up throwing the ball to. But this time Terry McLaurin was wide open there on that deep dig route. Gets all the way down to the 17-yard line. First down and 10 from the 17. Rodgers back in the shotgun formation, looking to throw, scanning the field, doesn't see anything he likes, and makes a smart decision and throws that ball away. We do not want to take sacks here in the red zone. Just throw the ball away, live to throw another down. Second down and 10 here for Rodgers. This time he likes what he sees as he goes right back to Terry McLaurin on the sideline there. Gets out of bounds at the 6-yard line, gain of 11 yards on the play. First down and goal, man in the motion is going to be Tyler Harrell on the jet sweep, has the sideline, gets away from Thompson, he's into the end zone for another Commanders touchdown and the lead one more time, this time in the fourth quarter, and now the pressure's back on the Arizona Cardinals offense, but more importantly, on the Washington Commanders defense to get a stop. I'm actually quite annoyed with the way that our defense has been playing. We've been sending blitz after blitz at Kyler Murray, but just nothing has gotten through. If it weren't for Kyler Murray being greedy on that read option and keeping it himself and fumbling, we wouldn't have any hits on him at all. First down and 10 here for Kyler Murray. He's looking to go deep downfield one more time for DeAndre Hopkins. He ends up burning a man. That's Kendall Fuller in coverage, who was 5 yards behind him. He's all the way down to the 14-yard line. Way to flip the field there by Kyler Murray. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Had a lane, but shout out to Derek Forrester saving a touchdown right there. Second down and 7 from the 11-yard line, right back to Gibbs. This time he's brought down by Montez Sweat at the 8-yard line. 2-minute warning here now in the fourth quarter. Quick throw here by Murray. He's got Mack in the end zone, and the Cardinals have battled all the way back yet again, but they needed the field goal here from Cheatham to tie it up at 49. That kick is up, and good. Flirting with that left upright, but ultimately that kick ends up finding its way through the uprights to tie this game up at 49 apiece. And you know what? This might just be the best option to end this game. We have 2 minutes left in this game, and Aaron Rodgers with the football. If we just go on a nice slow drive and put this one into the end zone, you know what? Forget the end zone. I'm perfectly fine with ending this game with a field goal at this point. First down, we hand the ball off to Kenny McIntosh just to let the Cardinals know it's like, hey, we will run the ball here. I have no problem doing that. You're going to have to give me those timeouts. Second down and 7, we go right back to the ground attack, but J.J. Watt's ready to stop Antonio Gibson for a short gain on the play. Third down and 3, though, Aaron Rodgers ends up finding his favorite guy, Terry McLaurin, there on the slant route, has the first down to the 41-yard line. We're going to go hurry up offense. First down and 10 from the 41. Aaron Rodgers back in the shotgun formation, looking, feeling some pressure, going for Robert Tonyan. He's got him across the midfield mark, brought down at the 39-yard line, and we're going to burn our first time out there just to make sure everybody's all good, no fumbles happen. First down and 10. We end up finding Tyler Harrell there in the flats, weaves his way through this Cardinals defense all the way down to the 17-yard line, and the Cardinals refuse to call any timeout at all. First down and 10. Handoff goes to Antonio Gibson right up the middle, and the Cardinals still don't call timeout at all, so we're just going to let this clock drift, and we'll call timeout with 5 seconds left in the game. Second down and 7, they're going to call timeout to ice our kicker, Joey Sly. Will it matter, though? Joey Sly with a chance to send the Commanders home with the win from 31 yards out. The kick is up, and it is good. Goes through the uprights, but there is still 1 second left on the clock. Still a chance for a miracle. We're going to squib kick it just to make sure there's no miracle return. Mack laterals it, but Mack then scoops up his own lateral. He's heading backwards. Going to lateral it one more time. Ball's on the ground, scooped up there by Jamin Davis. He's going to take it into the end zone. Why not add one more touchdown onto the board for our Washington Commanders? And we're going to leave Arizona the victory in week number 1, and that's exactly how you draw things up in my book. But man, overall, I'm super excited about this Washington Commanders team that I've built to this point. I don't know if you guys can tell the same way that I can, but this team is just different with Aaron Rodgers on the team. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe for more Washington Commanders franchise gameplays, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.
Every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.